Good morning, children. Today we will do theory of first and second chapter, that is of last exercise. Now we will start with first chapter, exercise 1, section B. So, first is what is mean by price relative. So, for this, the answer is the ratio of change in value of variable quantity at 2 point of time is known as price relative, right? Now, second question is which method is suitable for comparing price changes at different times? Which method is suitable for comparing price changes at different times? So, the answer is relative method is suitable method for comparing price changes at different times. Third question is quantity index of one item is 30 in 1 year. Then interpret it. So the answer is compared to base year in current year 130 minus 100, that is 30% increase in quantity. How much it is the increase it is said. So it is 30%. Fourth one is what is mean by base year. Important question. What is mean by base year? When the changes in the price of an item are compared with the price of the same items in the fixed period, then that period is called the base year, right? Now, fifth one is write the formula to convert the chain base index number into fixed base index number. So the formula is fixed base index number is equal to chain base index number in of the current year into fixed base index number of the preceding year divided by 100. Now, sixth one, give the definition of index number. So the answer is index number means while explaining the chapter, I have given that one definition that also you can write. The percentage relative change in the value of a variable quantity associated with an item for the uh, given period compared to its values in the fixed period is called an index number. Now next is seventh question. Give the definition of cost of living, cost of index number. So the cost of index number is the percentage change occurring for a class of people in the cost of living for a particular period in relation to some fixed period is called the cost of living index number for the people belonging to that class. So this is the definition of cost of living index number. So the definition is, I repeat, the percentage change in occurring for a class of people means whatever is the percentage occurs for a class of people in its cost of living for a particular period means for a particular time period means in the question that year is given. So for a particular time period, the percentage change is occurring for a class of people in relation to some fixed period is called the cost of living index number for the people belonging to that class. Next question, what is mean by weight? Weighted mean. In that weight column was there, no W. That what is mean by weight? The figure showing the importance assigned to different items selected for the construction of an index number according to their importance is called weight. Weight means I told you weight is given in a small digits. Like rank we are given, like this weight is also given. So what is weight? The figure showing the importance assigned to different items selected for the construction of an index number according to their importance is called weight. Now, uh, ninth one, what is called an implicit weight? The weight which cannot be expressed in numbers but which is implied in the selection of commodities is known as implicit numbers, which cannot be expressed in numbers but it is implied in the selection of a commodity. It is called implicit weight. Implicit means implied number. State the name of important basic test of index number. Two basic tests are there, that is time reversal test and factor reversal test. This is one important question. This question is asked in the board also. So what next is 11th one. What is mean by chain base index number? Main question, important question. For to construct index number of current year, preceding year is taken as a base year is called a chain base index number. Now, 12th question. Oil price index number is 500 rupees. Whether this statement is true or false. So the statement is false. Why? Because oil price index number is 500. Not we can't write over there 500 rupees. That is 500 only. Okay. So which index number is useful to find rate of inflation? Write the formula to find rate of inflation. So the formula of rate of inflation is wholesale price index number of the current year minus wholesale price index number of the preceding year divided by preceding year's wholesale price index number, or you can write wholesale price index number of the preceding year into 100. So this is the formula of rate of inflation. One mark question. In sums also, in section B, you will be asked questions based on this rate of inflation. So learn this formula by heart. Which index number is used to find dearness allowance? So to find out dearness allowance, we use cost of living index number. Right? Now next question is 15th one. 15th one. What is the main differences of fixed base index number and chain base index number? So this is also one important question. Differences is in fixed base index method, base year is fixed, while in chain base index number, base year is changing. So this is the only one difference in fixed base index number and chain base index number. In fixed base year is fixed, and in chain base year is not fixed, or it keep on changing. That is the main difference. In which method every year base year changed? We all know that in which method the base year is changing? In chain base method, because in fixed base method the base year remains constant, it will never change. 17th question. Which average is more popular for the construction of index number? So weighted average is more popular for the construction of index number. Now 18th one. Which year should be selected as a base year for the construction of index number? The year selected as the base year for the construction of index number should be normal year, free from natural or man-made calamities, political disturbance, and economic boom or recession. This is also an important question. So, which year should be selected as a base year for the construction of index number? In those years where in which destructions were not there, natural calamities were not there, political disturbances were not there, economical recession or boom is not there. Such type of year is considered as a base year. Okay. Now next is section C. First question. What is base year? State the factors which should be taken into consideration while selecting a base year. So, index number measures percentage change in the price of different commodities in comparison with one certain period. The period with which comparison is made is called a base year. Okay. So, what is a base year? Index number measures percentage change in the price of different commodities in comparison with one certain period. The period with which comparison is made is called a base year. Then second, in that only, the next question is state the factors which should be taken into consideration while selecting a base year. What are the factors we should consider? I told you before that 18th question of section B. What are the factors we will consider? The base year should be a normal year, in the sense that neither natural or man-made calamity should occur, nor major political disturbance or economic boom or recession should have occurred in that year. That will be considered as a base year. Okay. Now next is state the characteristics of an index number. Following are the characteristics of an index number. So first is it is independent of units of measurement. It compares the situation prevailing at two different points of time by means of ratio. Then third is index number is a relative measure expressing percentage changes. Then fourth is it is an average measure. Hence it possesses all characteristics of an average. It is also called an average measure. Right? Then Fifth is it is a comparative measure, because in this we are comparing the years we are comparing. That is why it is a comparative measure. It is an average measure because we are taking the average of the years. Okay. Index number is a relative measure expressing percentage changes. We are we are interpreting the values. Therefore, it is a index number is a relative measure expressing the percentage changes. Right. Now, third question is what is meant by quantity index number? The relative percentage change in quantity of each item at two different points of time is called quantity index number. Quantity and quality. Now, you know what is quantity and quality. So, what is meant by quantity index number means the relative percentage change in quantity of each item at two different point of time, means the percentage. I means P1 upon P0 into 100, right? So we are comparing 2 years, P1 current year, P0 base year into 100. So relative percentage change in the quantity of each item at two different point of time is called a quantity index number. Then fourth is in the construction of index number, what is mean by weight? State its types. Importance of items selected in the construction of index number is called a weight. Weight has two types, implicit weight and explicit weight, which is implied and which is not implied. That is implicit weight and explicit weight. Fifth one is why Fisher's index number is called an ideal index number. This is also one important question. This question is also asked in the board. So, following are the reasons for ideal index number. First reason is in the construction of an index number takes into account the price and quantities of both the base year as well as the current year. Second is index number satisfied both the reversal test and the factor reversal test. Then third one, it is defined as the geometric mean, which is considered to be the best average for the index number. The third point is also important, which is the best average for the index number, that is the geometric mean. This is also one mark question. In the answer, we got one more answer, that is also here. Third is it is defined as the geometric mean, which is considered, which is the best. It will be asked that which is the best average for the index number. So geometric mean is considered to be the best average. Now fourth is it is not biased because it balances the drawbacks of last year's and past year's index number. Now sixth one, important question, difference between implicit weight and explicit weight. What is implicit weight? First of all, whenever you are writing the differences, first of all in any subject, states, OC, accounts, eco, any subject, when difference is given, first point should be your definition only, right? So first is definition of implicit weight, direct method of assigning weight, and implicit is indirect method of assigning weight. And explicit, second point is explicit weight can be expressed directly in numbers, and implicit weight cannot be expressed directly in numbers. Then explicit weights are determined according to the importance of the items, and implicit weight is implied in the selection of the items. The weight is considered according to the varieties of the items selected. Now these are the theory questions. Now we will see section D, first question. State the merits and demerits of fixed base method. What are the merits or demerits? Or you can say advantages or disadvantages, or you can say advantages or limitations, anything you can say. So merits and demerits. First is merit. Since the base year is fixed, there is uniformity in computing and comparing the price relative. In base year, P0, base year is always fixed. Second is this method is useful in comparing changes occurring in the value of variable quantity of items over a long period of time. Third point, this method is simple to understand and easy in computation. Fixed base is a simple, easy method, right? Then demerit, what are the disadvantages? The habits and taste of a consumer changes with lapse of time. These changes are not reflected in the index number computed by fixed base method, as exclusion of items or out of use and inclusion of new items in demand are not permissible in this method, right? Then second is, it is difficult to choose a normal year as a base year, right? I told you which year is considered as a base year. In those years where that ups and downs are not there, means economical recession or boom is not there, earthquakes or natural calamities like not there, that type of year is considered as a base year. So it is difficult to choose a normal year as a base year. If the choice of the base year is not proper, the reliability of the index number obtained by this method decreases. So the main thing is, if we will not select base year properly, then our answer will not be proper, or it will show a, if the choice of the base year is not proper, the reliability of index number obtained by this method decreases. Right. Now third is short short term it is short term fluctuation in prices are not compared by this method. Fourth is, if quality of the product changes, then weight of that item is also changed. It is not considered in this method. Okay, weight means the quality of a product. Means if like we are giving rank, I told you that like we are giving rank for more marks, we are giving ranks. Means जिसका भी ज़्यादा mark होगा उसको first rank, उससे less होगा second, third, fourth, fifth. Like this only quality wise weightage is given. That is called weight. So if the quality of the product change, then weight of that item will also change. But it is not acceptable in this method. The changes are not accepted in this method. So very long past year, if taken as a base year, then comparison is difficult. Means if it is like 2001 to 2030, then 2001 will not be taken as a base year, right? Now next question. State the merits and demerits of chain-based index number. This all questions will be coming in 3 marks, okay? Because it's a long question. Now the question is merits and demerits of chain-based index number. The question of the choice of the base year does not arise since the year preceding the current year for which the index number is to be obtained is taken as a base year. The price of quantity index number of aggregate of items prepared by chain-based method take into account the inclusion of items reflecting to test and preferences of the consumers, and therefore it becomes possible to exclude items which are not in the use or not preferred by the consumers. Then third is, the chain-based index number cannot be used for comparing short-term changes in prices and production of items, so it is more useful for trade and commerce. Now, demerits. The chain-based index numbers cannot be used for comparing long-term changes. Chain-based cannot be used for long-term changes in prices and production of items, because the year preceding the year, current year, is taken as the base year in the chain-based method, right? So first demerit is, the chain-based index number cannot be used for comparing long-term changes. Because why? Because just the preceding year, if 2000 P1 is 2010, then P0 will be 2009. We can't take as 2001. So just the preceding number will be the base year. So in chain-based index numbers cannot be used for comparing long-term changes in prices and production of items, because the year preceding the current year is taken as the base year in chain-based method. Understood? Then second is, in the calculation of index number, if there is mistake in 1 year, then its effect continue for the next year. If 1 year we will do the mistake, then the whole calculation will be wrong, right? Then third is, in this method uniformity is not maintained. Fourth is, in any 1 year information is not available, then it's difficult to find next year's index number. That is also, we know that if 2001 to 2010 we have to find the fixed base index number or chain base index number, full information should be there, all the numbers or all the prices should be given, otherwise we can't find that table. That table will be stop there only. Okay, Now next question is give the difference between fixed base method and chain based method. This is also one another important question. This question is asked many times in the board papers. So listen. First is fixed base index method and chain based method. So first point is of definition. So what is the definition? In this method, a normal year or a year with normal event, it is taken as a base year. And in chain base, in this method, the year preceding the current year for which the index number is to be obtained is taken as a base year. Now, second is the base year remain the same for comparing index number for any current year. Base year will be the same for any current year, base year remaining the same. And like if 2001 to 2010, then 2001 current year, then 2000, then the base year will be 100. Or suppose 2001 to 10 is given, then if we are doing the calculation of 2002, then current year will be 2002 and base year will be 2001. Then if 2003 is current year, then 2002 will be the base year. The base, so in second point, see, the base year remains the same for the computing the in fixed base year remains the same, but in chain base, the base year keep on changing. Third is, since the base year is fixed, uniformity is maintained in comparing changes in values of variable quantity of an item. If the base year is fixed, then it will be possible to compare the changes. But in case of chain base, the base year is changing. Uniformity is not maintained in comparing changes in values of variable quantity. In short, if the base year is fixed, then uniformity is maintained for comparing the years or the values of different years. And in the chain based method, base year is not changed, it is keep on changing. That's why uniformity is not maintained, right? Fourth one, the base year is to be changed with lapse of time. No such problem arises in this method. Then in fifth point, in this method, new items in demand cannot be included and old items out of use or having no preference cannot be removed. In chain based, this method permits inclusion of items in demand and exclusion of items out of use. Sixth point, this method is quite useful for comparing long-term changes in the value of variable quantity of an item. And here, this method is useful only for comparing short-term changes. Then seventh is, in this method, uniformity is maintained because base year remains same. Like third point, this third and seventh point are same. In this method, uniformity is not maintained because base year keep on changing, right? Now next is give the meaning of cost of living index number and state which are the points to be taken into consideration at the time of construction of index number. So living standard of people affected by change in the price of commodity of different year. So to measure and study living index number, living standard of people, cost of living index number is constructed. The percentage definition is the percentage of relative change in cost of living in items like food, clothing, fuel, rent, etc. of any year in relation to the past year for the people. A certain section of the society is called index number of the cost of living. Then following are the points to be considered for construction of cost of living index number, that is aim, family budget inquiry, availability of prices of items, base year selection, selection of average, selection of weight. So these are the following points, right? Now next, check the uses of cost of living index number. Following are the uses of cost of living index number. Cost of living index number is useful for to measure purchasing power of the people. If the price rise is more than the wages, then the purchasing power of the worker is reduced. I repeat, cost of living index number is useful for to measure purchasing power of the people. Means purchasing power, you all might be aware of purchasing power because this is the thing which you used to hear in economic subject. This word you heard in economic subject. So purchasing power of a people means उसकी कितनी कैपेसिटी है कोई भी प्रोडक्ट परचेज करने की, राइट? मीन्स जिसकी जितनी सैलरी होगी दैट मच, इफ अ पर्सन इज earning 10,000, then he can't buy the product more than 10,000 rupees, right? So cost of living index number is useful for to measure purchasing power of the people. If the price rise is more than the wages, then purchasing power of the worker is reduced, right? He can't buy that. I told you, if 10,000 is the salary and the person wish to purchase any product which is more than 10,000, like 10, 12, 13, 15,000, so it is not his capacity to purchase because his earning is only 10,000. So whatever he want to purchase, that should be within that range only. So for to measure real purchasing power and real wage, cost of living index number is useful. So purchasing power of money and real wages found out with the following formula. Purchasing power of money equal to cost of 1 upon cost of living index number into 100, right? Then real wages is equal to wages upon cost of living index number into 100. This all formula you have to learn. Second is it is a useful to measure the variable value or prices associated with time series and retail price, wages and price index reduces. Third is cost of living index is useful for a measure changes in real financial position of the people. So it indicate up to what extent there is change in wages, dearness allowance and bonus of the people. Fourth is it provides the guidance to the government for deciding on which item control should be levied and which item should be kept free. Fifth is it helps the government in advising the taxation policy. If it tax is levied on any item, then this index number enables the government to infer about its possible impact on the standard of living in of the different classes of the people. So the government can't charge tax on each and every product. So he has to think over, means tax is levied on the product by considering the capacity of a below average person or a person's earning. It is decided how much tax should be levied. Okay, so this is the sixth question. Now how much theory I have explained, that much you have to write in your notebook. Theory is also important. Okay, only don't concentrate only on sums. Last year many students, I think two or three students got 99 marks. So somewhere they might be lacking in theory portion only, I think so. That's why their marks, their 1 mark, there were 100 marks for, they were, for they will be thinking of 100 marks, but because of theory, I don't know what might be the problem, but I think theory will be the main issue. Let's see. This time, work hard, both theory and practical, both sums and theory, both you have to work hard. Okay. So till here I have explained. So you have to write this much portion in your notebook.